The truth always unfolds. If the man don't tell it, the baby mama will off a fake page. You told a man too much too soon. Especially if he already has something to hide, he's gonna go into overdrive to make sure that he fits that mold. You got something real, not bad. You wanna get with me, stop. Yes, I'm hurting, yes, I'm jaded. Hey, it's your girl TheeRawestJo. If you're new here, be sure to like, comment, subscribe to be tapped in with all my new and upcoming videos. Period. This is gonna be a sit down, not really a story time, more of like a sit down. Y'all know I love doing little videos like this where we can just talk, just really get into it. I've had a strange morning and I'm really trying to push through and get this content out. And I'm all for quantity, like getting content out, but I also want it to be good quality content. So I'm gonna do my best to keep good energy in this, and just not allow the distractions that are so easily trying to get me to be. I'm gonna try to not let those distractions interfere. So, why settling is not an option. This has been kind of on my list of topics to discuss for a while, but I never really, I guess, had the opportunity or really had the context of what I really wanted to be discussing in that. Just in the last coming days, I've had more than enough inspiration when it comes to how I want to go about this. So, I know I have my Mac because I love a note. I have so many thoughts in my head, so much I try to get out. So, writing it down to be able to portray it or relay it over video is just what works best for me. So, not many know I'm 26 years old. I have no children. I'm single, and I have a degree in biomedical science, my bachelor's in biomedical science. I lived out on my own in Charlotte. I've lived out on my own just recently, less than about 7 months ago. Currently in the process of transitioning back to living out on my own between March and May. But I just say all that to say, give a little rundown because I'm noticing women like myself, or just let me speak for myself, me being who I am and the things that I come with. Although I have that and this and the third, people will really try to make me compromise on what it is that I want, like what my standards are. Even though I come with what I come with, people really are trying to like make me reevaluate how I want to see people or reevaluate like what my qualifications are. And the three things in regards to that, or three things that people are trying to like make me compromise on is one, getting married before having a child. I don't want to have a child before I get married. To me, it's common sense why I would want to do that, but I digress. Another thing people want me to kind of compromise on is dealing with men with children. I don't want to deal with anybody with children if I don't have any children. Last thing, people want me to compromise on me wanting a man that's a breadwinner. Yes, I want a man with money. Like, I don't know why that's so, like, something we gotta, like, I don't know, girl. You sure? It's so many other, if he's nice to you, he can be nice and have money, like, be the breadwinner. So those three things I've noticed people really try to, like, get me to adjust or, like, accommodate, and I'm not doing it. And this is why. This all started because I had put a post on Facebook, like, me and this man been talking since November. He has yet to give me a proposal. I'm gonna leave him be. People shared it and was like, oh, it ain't been 3 months. It ain't been 3 months yet. Dang, girl, get a man a break. This and the third. For one, I noticed people criticize something they've never done. Half of these people running their mouth about, girl, da da da, probably never had a boyfriend even propose to them. They probably thought I was talking about marriage proposal. And that's because you're not used to a man proposing to you, or a man asking you to be his girlfriend. Most of the time, a lot of the times, people go from friends on Facebook, friends on social media, link, have sex, and then trying to be in a relationship, trying to make something work that don't work, then unfortunately become baby mama, baby daddy. Me personally, I'd rather us just not go that way. So people often criticize what they've never done. Like, you don't even know nothing about. Whole time you thinking I'm talking about a marriage proposal, and that's what you're referring to as being crazy. Whole time I'm talking about a man asking me to be his girlfriend, and that's so beyond y'all, or so that went so over your head because women are so not used to men like asking to be their girlfriend. They automatically assumed I was talking about marriage proposal and it came off crazy to them. Second of all, it's crazy to people that I expect more than the bare minimum. And me personally, I expect more than the bare minimum, quite frankly, because if you expect the bare minimum, people will give you the very bare minimum. If you don't expect more out of people, they're not going to give you that. I don't care how you try to kick that. Like, the bare minimum would be, oh, well, we're vibing, we hang out every day, we kicking it, A, B, C, and D. You should know. I don't know nothing until a man tell me what I know. As women, you really got to walk around when it comes to dealing with men. You really got to walk, like, handle them like you don't have a brain. So then when they'll be like, well, you should know that. No, I don't know nothing. Why would I assume that because we hang out every day, because we do this, that it's just us? I don't assume anything. You have to tell me that as a man that you want me to be just you and only you. I wouldn't know that. Like, you really have to play dumb. Like, I really get it now. You really got to be dumb. And another thing, you can mold a man to be what you want him to be. For the most part, a man comes how he already is. Like, the packaging is pretty set. Like, what you get is pretty much what you get. What you see is pretty much what you get for the most part. There are some where you can kind of tweak, and they're open to you tweaking them because they want to be a better man. But I do believe, like, if a man knows that you're a certain caliber of woman and they know that they don't meet up all the way, I do think that they will try to come up based off of the fact that I don't want to lose you as a woman. That's not me saying like a man is changing who he is for a woman, but a man will definitely elevate himself or be willing to do the things to elevate himself when it comes to the certain type of female. But it has to be a certain type of woman, and the woman has to be solid on her boundaries, what she wants, and be very like about business. Like, I'm not playing. I definitely think you can change a man and mold him into what the perfect man that you want him to be for you. You know what I'm saying? That's really how this all got started, was when that little Facebook post. That's how I really got the inspiration to talk about this, was when people was really trying to kick it like I was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs from wanting a girlfriend proposal. Kind of leads me to my next topic. I actually seen a man talking about this on Threads. So you know it's real when the man talking about it. When the man talking about their own kind, you know it's some truth to it. It's got to be valid. And the man basically said, women do not fall in love with potential. For one, the man that you're with now, the man that you know now, is the same man that you'll know 30 years from now. Right. He even said, he was like, women change, men don't. And I believe it. Y'all know that quote about once a cheater, always a cheater. That can go for women too, but anytime they really talk about that, they talk about men. I'm gonna be honest with you. And I get it because it's like the nature, whatever the nature of the man is the nature of the man. There's nothing really a woman can do. Only really God can change that. His mama can't even change that. Whatever the nature of that man is the nature of that man. That's what you. When you met that man, perfect example. If when you met that man, he was known for being flirtatious. That's how he got you. Your homegirl told him he used to flirt with her a lot. Your cousin told him, yeah, he do flirt. He got away with him. I seen him in the grocery store flirting with the clerk. He don't mean nothing by it. It's just he just flirty. Okay, that's who you met today. That's the man that you know today, and you might call it friendly and whatever. But 30 years from now, when he's still flirty, he's still flirtatious, and you have given birth to his children and all the things, and he's still flirtatious, you can't be mad, my mamas, because that's the man that you marry. You get what I'm saying? Let's take it even deeper. Using myself. There's this man that I was talking to, girl, knocked all the boxes, checked all the boxes, in my opinion. Checked all the boxes. No kids, degreed, loved his mama. I mean, girl, all the things. Had a car, all the things. Was cute. I mean, it was just taller than me. Like, all the things, girl. But right now, he's just, I guess, not where he wants to be financially, or not where he wants to be, like, as a man. Which made me like him even more. Because I'm like, wow, you goal-oriented. Like, I like that. Like, don't be so hard on yourself, Pookie, but I like that. Like, you ain't lazy. Like, you have a goal, you're motivated, and you not where you want to be, so you trying to do everything you need to do to get there. But the thing with that, and I respected the hustle, I respected the grind. The thing with that is, it made him not be attentive. Kind of like threw me to the wayside. You know what I mean? Threw me to the side. I could take that in the beginning because it was like, okay, like I'm not gonna be mad at a man like being about his hustle, being about his grind, like, you know. Made me reflect. I'm like, he was so unattentive. He was so dismissive. It was so like that I didn't want to deal with it. And this was to the point, this was the same man like was going to be touring apartments with me. Like, I was actually considering like that, living life. But I just decided I didn't want it because it came with no commitment. Like, girl, you talking about, think about this man living with you, girl, ain't nobody committed to nobody. And he don't even give you what you want now. Not giving you anything that you want now. So you marry this man, he's not giving you anything that you want then. Like, you already know now. It's like men in a relationship before y'all get married, they're setting a precedent now. You can sit here and have potential and have an idea and an image and what you want in your own head and try to mold it and make it be. But girl, you can't control another person. The nature of that man is when he's stressed, financially not where he want to be, he's dismissive and he's not talking to you. And he's expecting you to take it to the chin and keep it pushing. I had to just like rethink it. Like, don't be with somebody based off potential, or be drawn to somebody based off potential, or based off like what you think. You know what I mean? Like, really see it for what it is, the facts, for who they are now. You look at them and you wouldn't be willing to marry them right now for who they are now. Couldn't change nothing about them. Couldn't change nothing about them. Right now, what you get, if you're willing to marry them and be with them for the rest of your life, that's your person. That's for sure your person. You're ready to get married to that person. But if you looking and you're like, well, I hope that hopefully when you get a little money, you make it a little nicer. Don't do that. Or when you get at your own house, I'm hoping it'll make you a little bit. Don't do that. You're getting now is who you're going to get 30 years from now. Now, with life, we all hoping and wishing and a praying that with life will give us, promote growth, a healthy growth and changes for the better. But unfortunately, that's not everybody's case. So for some people, the older they get, the more miserable they are, the nasty they become, the more mean, the more spiteful, especially if they haven't done anything with their lives for real. So don't marry nobody based off potential, what you think, and hoping and wishing and praying an idea of them in your head. Be with somebody based off the facts, who they are, clean cut, in their rawest form. I have to think about this. Men don't marry women off potential. What man you know marries a woman that knows that she can't cook, can't clean, and they hoping and wishing and praying that by the time they get married, she'll learn? I haven't met a man yet that is going to marry a woman based off the potential that she'll learn to cook and clean. No, most of the time men are, what you're giving them now, they see what you're giving them. They take what you present to them raw, how it is, and then they start calculating, how does that fit into my life? Can you fit into my life? There's little stuff with you I can kind of clean up with you, but for the most part, can you fit into my life? Where I am right now as a man is looking for someone, a wife, a spouse, a helpmeet, someone that can help me. I'm not marrying the potential based off because you look good. I hope because you look good, I hope you can learn to cook and clean. I'm not doing that. So men don't do it. Women, we need to take a note out of their book. Men are not marrying off potential. Men might marry off potential of like, the only potential for real men to marry is like the potential of like, really, when a woman like, could you really be a good mother to my children? They might allow you to like grow into is like motherhood and hoping that you adjust to becoming a mother, and you know you're a great mother. You hope that's probably the only potential a man is really gonna like bet on, like put hope in. But for the most part, a man, where he is in life, and that's up to the man. If he want him a beauty queen that can't cook, can't clean, but he know he can hire an nanny, he got the money to hire a nanny, that's what a man want. I would say this is based off what you want. All I'm saying is, as women, don't marry no man based off the potential of what you want. He needs to be given exactly how he is now. You willing to marry him exactly how he is now. So if he got no kids, a degree, and some money to him, but got a little cheating way to him, that's up to you to decide whether you're going to settle or not. You know what I mean? That's up to you to decide whether you want to take it or not. What I'm saying is, don't be settling with the potential of, he don't have no job, he don't have no car, he stay cheating, but you just hoping and a wishing and a praying that he can change. Like, he'll change. By the time y'all being together, it's gonna change him being with you, because it's you. And I must hold your hand when I say this, girl, and I'm saying this to myself. A man being with you don't mean he gonna be a man. You can't affect or determine whether a man is gonna be a man. A man decides whether he wants to be a man. Dude, that's what I've learned with people, and men especially. You can have an idea of what you want, and you can kind of try to manipulate. The most you can do is manipulate. But at the end of the day, a man is not doing nothing he don't want to do. I haven't heard of jet where men run into a woman that can't cook, can't clean, and they still are willing to marry her. 9 to 10, they're going to move on to Shirley May, who can cook, clean, and make jelly from scratch. And they're going to leave you high and dry. When we're talking about to marry, not have fun with, because that's the difference. But like to marry, absolutely not. You fall in love with a man for who he is today, right now. Because the men ain't sitting here hoping and wishing and praying that the woman will learn how to cook and clean. They hope, they know by the time they walk down that aisle, I'm straight when it come to that. I don't even got to worry about that. They don't come falling in love with potential. It's the women that be doing that. Stop it. The lesson note that I want you women to keep in mind when it comes to not settling is the men are lying. The men are lying because they are getting to the point they know they can't meet up, but they still want to try. So they result in lying. They don't tell you about the child. They don't tell you about the dead felon. They don't tell you about they spent 15 years in jail. They don't tell you about they got a baby on the way. They don't tell you about none of that because they already know. Now your standards is already there. You've already made it clear what your standards are, which is good. I'm not telling you, girl. This is not me saying don't tell men your standards because no. Tell them in your standards. At the end of the day, you're gonna find out what you need to find out anyway. The truth always unfolds. The truth always unfolds. If the man don't tell it, the baby mama will off a fake page. Stick to your standard, girl. But just be careful because the men are lying. And that's me saying that you need to do your due diligence. You need to do your research. If a man tells you I don't have no kids, and I'm be honest with you, if a man in his 30s talking about he don't have no children, no baby mamas, no, I am going a little side eye. I'm not gonna say he's lying, but kind of looks side eye. And then that's when it comes to as a woman, you need to start looking at your other standards. So for me, one of my standard is I don't want a man with a child. Okay. The standard is I prefer a man with a degree. If he can't have a degree, then he has to have some type of income to where he can be the sole breadwinner. For me, I consider doing the math. This is when you let your business mind work, not your lovey-dovey, the endorphins and dopamine. I'm talking about your business brain. You start making it make sense, calculating. Okay, he has a child, but he's a problem solver. Anytime I need him to fix something for me, help me, he shows up. He's always there, not an issue. You could kind of tweak. We can look past, we can look over the fact that you have a child. But when a man has a child or children, no money, you have a flat tire, he tells you get your bread up. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you beefing with your mama, he can't even come get you from your mama house before you come. You need a man that's like gonna solve your problems. You gotta like make it make sense. The calculations have to math. That's all I'm saying when it comes to settling. Don't settle. Even if the man has a child, but if he does other things that you like, if he does other things that you can appreciate, it can overshadow the child. Consider those factors. You get what I'm saying? Consider that. Careful because, like I said, the men are lying. And they know, especially if you're the type of woman I am, I make it clear out the jump. Men come in my DMs. If I see a child in the profile picture, I'm telling you right then, I'm not interested. No, thank you. So if you make it very clear that you're not intimate with children, you are going to run into situations where the men are going to start lying because it's almost like when a man knows that they can't have you, it like intensifies the draw. Like it intensifies the desire to get you, because they know that they can't have you in real life. I can't explain it, girl. It's low key like a fetish obsession. That's why us as women, you really gotta be careful. That's why another thing, don't tell a man what you're looking for in a man. Like, first, second date men are like, well, what are you looking for in a man? I'm not telling you that. I've told men that before. I've told men, I'm like, I don't want to tell you because then I don't want you to try to fit a mold that really ain't you, which is fact. You're gonna try to keep a facade. If I tell a man I like a man that opens doors for me and I don't know, opens doors for me and responds to my text within 10 minutes. For the first 3 months, he's going to open every single door for me and respond in 10 minutes of every text. But if that's not really in him, that's not really his nature, that's not really already in him to open the door, to respond to text. The moment I do something that makes him angry, the moment I do something that throws him off, because I'm a human, we as relationships, we're not going to make each other happy 24/7. The moment I do that, them doors is going to stop opening for me. Them text messages is going to stop coming in. And I'm going to sit there so shocked, so disappointed, and so surprised. And really what it is you told a man too much too soon. And especially if he already has something to hide, he's going to go into overdrive to make sure that he fits that mold. You get what I'm saying? So you just got to be smart. So I would tell a man, I would tell women, don't first and second day, maybe third day, you could go ahead and tell them like little things that you're looking for. And then don't even share too much when it comes to that. Be very selective in the information that you share because the men is getting sneaky. Don't tell a man how successful you are. Yeah, just don't tell him anything. I'm to the point now, I don't even want to tell men that I'm degreed. I don't want to tell him I have a YouTube. I don't want to tell him anything. I almost want a man to think that I'm a bum living with my mother. Bum living with my mother, waiting to be married for some man to come rescue me out of my castle. That's almost how I want to kick it. Why? Because my experience has been men either resent me or they try to leech off me, or either both. One of my last relationships, like I couldn't tell if he loved or hated the fact that I was educated and could take care of myself. Like I couldn't tell if he loved or hated the fact that I could leave him high and dry. You know what I mean? And go take care of myself with or without him. I couldn't tell. Another thing, again, back to I should have stuck to my standard because he had 2 kids. On top of that, I'm already probably making the sole breadwinner out of both of us. I probably make more money than you. Or if I make more money than you, yeah, I probably make more money than you. And then based on I make more money than you based off the fact that you have 2 kids and I have 0. So the money that's coming in to me, if you make $5,000 a month, I only make $3,000 a month. But 3,000 of that money is going to your kids. I'm keeping the whole. You get what I'm saying? And it was to the point I couldn't tell if he like loved or like resented me. And it really ended up becoming like resentment that led to like leeching. You know what I mean? Like if you can't beat them, join them. So it was like he realized like, dang, I'm never gonna be able to trump who she is or like overshadow or overpower who she is as a woman. But like I'm gonna just leech off of it. Can't even buy homes in their name. So it's like leech you. You see what I'm saying? Like he can already, for man can already see you can take care of yourself on your own and you don't really need him. He don't really bring nothing to the table. 9 out of 10, he's gonna resent you for that and then try to leech off of you for that. Careful. Just be careful on how you tell people how successful you are. At this point, I'm to the point, let the men just find out. I'll let the men find out I have a degree. I'll let the men find out the type of job I have. I'll let the men find out like I have a YouTube. You just so happen to happenstance fall upon it. I prefer it that way. Would throw in my face like, oh, you just went to school and got a degree from reading something in the book. But then it was like he would send me pictures of him reading the book like he was locked up in prison somewhere. You know what I mean? Like it was just they really don't know whether they hate or love you, girl. That's why I say, and when it come to that, when I don't know if you jealous of me or not and all of that, that jealousy thing I don't play with. It's too dangerous of a game. Like I just don't play with it. So girl, let's move. Is it me or are my eyebrows like uneven a little? Anyway, girl, we digress. Now I'm gonna give 6 reasons on why you should not settle because I feel like we've been talking. But like you said all that to say what, girl? 6 reasons I would say you shouldn't settle. One would be you'll regret it, and I feel like you'll always throw it in their face. Like I feel like if you know you come into a situation where you bring more to the table than a man, and I'm not talking about financially. I'm talking about you can make more money than a man, but if the man takes care of the car, takes care of the house stuff, can build a chimney from scratch. You understand what I'm saying? That's different because y'all both bringing something to the table. It's not always financial. I do feel like when it's like you're bringing more to the table than the other person, I do feel like you're gonna like throw it in their face, especially when you get mad or get in an argument or like when things get tough or tight or just tense. I do feel like you're gonna be like wishing you had, you know what I mean? Like just throwing it in their face. No, like, well, I make more money than you anyway, so you leaving really not gonna hurt my feelings. You see what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. I feel like it will make you, or you don't do nothing for me. No way. I'm the main one that's doing everything in this relationship anyway. Get on going. Like it'll make you more likely to give up on a person. And you don't feel like that they bring anything to the table, or when y'all are like not equally yoked, I guess, or like you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like it's just gonna cause resentment when you feel like you settled. I do. I feel like it causes resentment and then it causes you to like want to throw that in that person's face. And at the end of the day, you chose that person. That's my thing. Talking about your spouse, especially if you married, talking about your spouse after at the end of the day, you went to the courthouse or you walked down the aisle, you signed the paper and said you wanted to marry the person. So now, after reflection or after years have passed, don't sit there trying to dog the person because at the end of the day, you walked down the aisle, you married them, and you stayed married to them or stayed with them for a substantially long amount of time. So you knew what you was getting yourself into. You know what I'm saying? Redundant to throw it in somebody else's face. But I do feel like essentially, I do feel like that would be cause that. It would stem from that. Like that would cause you to be, you know, when you're not happy or you feel like you're giving more than the other person is given to you, you will become like mean, nasty, and two, I do think that you shouldn't settle because I do believe that you need to respect your man in some aspect. So like for me, I'm big on like, okay, I might make some money or whatever, make more money, but if my man can teach me something, you see what I'm saying? Like teach me something financially, teach me how to save, teach me how to trade, teach me how to just teach me something there's a certain level of respect that's going to be there. But if I can't, if I take you in and your kids, I'm the most educated out of both of us. Financially, we're dependent on me. I'm gonna laugh at you when you sit there and try to act like you throwing your weight around. Especially, I'm gonna def laugh at you when you act like you trying to throw your weight around when it comes to the bedroom. I need to be throwing you on the bed, hit you from the back. You just have. I feel like settling is just gonna breed you not having respect for your man, and I think you need to have respect for your man as a woman. I think vice versa. Everybody need to have respect for each other, but as a woman, you really need to have respect for your man, because when you lack respect for your man, things you say that come out your mouth, like, it can just cause problems. Not settling, it just makes it easier, like you're equally yoked. When you're not equally yoked, I just feel like it makes it harder. Love is already a challenge anyway, because you're bringing two completely different people from completely two different ways of life together to become one. So it makes it extremely harder when, one, y'all don't even really have the same morals, y'all don't have the same goals. Like, it makes it very, very hard when y'all don't even have the same drive, the same ambition, same motivation. Even if it's like the goal is we want to be here by 2020, whatever. We're both doing what we need to do on both, because it's a team. We're both doing what we need to do to make that goal. I feel like when you're equally yoked, meaning y'all have the same drive, like y'all don't have as many distractions. No shade. I do feel like kids, it's a distraction. You don't have all these different things affecting you. I feel like it makes it easier for y'all to reach y'all's goal. Like I said, love is hard in general. Love is hard anyway. So just being equally yoked just makes it easier. It just makes it easier. And like I said, equally yoked is what I'm not saying financially you make the same. I'm talking about y'all both bring the same amount of something to the table. Another reason I feel like you shouldn't settle, because at the end of the day, what you accept essentially low key shows how you feel about yourself on the inside. Like, people can say whatever about, I'd rather die single than sitting here settling, miserable, and mad with a man that I don't even respect. And at the end of the day, people are going to reflect and go, dang, that girl still ain't married yet, but she choosy. She's just not taking in and everything. And that's just the place that I'm in. Could I be married? Absolutely. You could be with somebody right now. But would I be happy, and would I not be irritated, and would I respect the man? Probably, probably. But why settle when you don't have to? Maybe if I was 45, pushing 40, even then, like, it's so, like, even 40 people, women having babies at 45. What you accept shows how you kind of feel about yourself at the end of the day. And people look and reflect the fact that you degreed, you independent, you got your own car, this and the third. People look at the spouse that you choose or the person that you choose. They do. They either go, I don't know why she chose him. Or they go, no, he do treat her, spoil her to death. Kiss the ground she walk on. That's the type. When I'm with my person, I want it to be that. It makes sense when people see us together. They're like, it's not, oh, well, he must have been the last one on the block. No, I want it to be like, nah, she took her time choosing, and girl, she was glad she did. 'Cause look, he treats her like a jewel, like a queen, and vice versa. You could tell they love each other to death. He don't play about his woman, she don't play about him. That's how I want it to be with my man. Period. It ain't perfect, but they don't play about each other. I'll tell you that. And at the end of the day, don't settle, because there is somebody that's out there for you. There's somebody that's looking for the things that you're looking for, that are goal oriented the same way you are, that are wanting the same things that you want. That if y'all see me looking over here, because I'm looking at myself, there is someone out there that is for you. And in this generation, well, how people try to kick it, they'll really try to make it seem like you're like in a la la land. Like, what you're asking for is so off the wall, and it's really not. You would have the way people act with me, you would think I'm asking for a millionaire prince from Dubai. You would think I'm asking him to hand me over one of the temples in Dubai. Like, that's how you would. But I don't care, because I know that there's somebody that's out there for me. There's honestly, and that might be what makes it tough for other men. There's people that I know now. There's men that I know now that are degreed, have money, no kids. But there's other things with them that I'm like, ooh. There's men that I know that claim that they like me, that are got a little money to them, no kids, and they have a degree, but it's like I know they have a history of not being faithful. So that not being faithful low-key trumps all the other things that you have. You get what I'm saying? You have to just know who you are as a woman, know who you are as a person, know what you want, and stand on that. Period. You don't owe nobody no explanation to why you're selective, as to why you want what you want, as to why you da da da. You don't owe nobody anything. I'm to the point now where I'm like, check the resume as to why I can act how I want to act or have the requirements I have. Check my resume and then you'll understand. And I would say call me, but then you can't, because by the time you check the resume, you're gonna realize, oh yeah, I have no business even. Exactly. I was like, yeah, it's men out there that's giving me what I'm looking for, but it's like they're cheating. Like if you're not gonna be faithful, and I'm gonna want to go off on you, and because you can't be faithful, but you have everything else. I don't know. I don't know. That's a different topic for a different day. I don't know how that. I don't know how. I don't know. I don't know, girl. Somebody that's out there for you to give you exactly what you want. So don't settle. Don't let people make you settle, or let people put in your head that what you ask for is like so off the wall, because it's not. Maybe to them, but not for you. The last final thing is just to really remember, love is about compromise, not about stupidity. Your value for yourself needs to overpower the love that you think you might have or you may have for another person. At the end of the day, a person, a man, or individual can smell when you are just going. Your nose is just wide open, head over heels to the point that your brain is clicked off. Men, I really just speak for men. I can't say women because I'm a woman. I'm speaking for a woman that's dealing with men. Men can smell it and will take advantage of it. They will smell the lover girl. They'll smell the lover girl in you. They'll smell the desire of wanting to be in relationship and companionship. And if you're not careful, if you cut your brain off and just allow yourself to be stupid, in my opinion, then they will definitely take advantage of that. For sure. I can almost bet you money. Well, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, one thing I had to really remove or battle with was my concept or the idea of the I don't want a man concept. I very much do want a man. I very much do would like to be in a relationship. I would like to be married with a house, with a partnership, all those things. So I had to do away with the idea because I kept saying, well, Paul, the Apostle Paul wasn't married. Apostle Paul wasn't married. So I just guess I'm going to be like the Apostle Paul. And I really had to reflect. I'm like, well, for one, how do we know that the Apostle Paul even wanted to be married? And then second of all, I'm like, the Apostle Paul was Christians. If I was a woman, I don't think I necessarily be looking at you as a spouse either. I can't compare myself to Paul because I wasn't in Paul's shoes. And I think that's what we have to do as women. Stop comparing yourself to people in the Bible. Stop. Well, I ain't gonna say that because you should kind of. But stop comparing yourself to other people that's not in your shoes, that haven't walked in your shoes and you haven't walked in theirs. You don't know their story. You don't know their history. You don't even know all the dynamics. So stop comparing yourself. Stop comparing yourself to these people that you see, these couples you see on social media. Because it ain't even what it is. It ain't even what it's given. It ain't even what it's looking like. These people really be low key, not all, but some be miserable. Can't stand a person, divorcing, making out with people in restaurants. You understand what I'm telling you? If you want to be in a relationship, if you want to be married, that's okay. And I had to like really realize, like, understand it and like swallow that. I'm like, okay, nah. Because for a while, I'm like, you know what? I don't even want to be married. And if I do want to be married, I just won't be married. I just couldn't. But it was like, no, I do have a desire to want to be married. I do have a desire for companionship, but it doesn't overpower and it's not like my personality. That's what I had to like get a balance of. Like you can want what you want, just don't let it overtake you, overpower you, and like become your personality or allow it to let it be a distraction in like your relationship with God and stuff, you know? So keep that in mind, Pookie. So you just really have to be more than okay with you. You can't even just like yourself and like, I know me, like you have to be more than okay with you because you gotta, when it comes to standing on business and standing on your standards, you're doing it because it has nothing to do with the other person. I'm standing on my boundaries. I'm standing on my standards because of who I am as a woman, and I know what I bring to the table. I know that any man that is with me, what you're getting, the help meet that you're getting, the business partner that you're getting, the confident that you're getting, the therapist you're getting, that you're getting in that bedroom. Like I know what my man is getting because I know who I am as a woman. I know I have a right to have the boundaries and standards that I have. And even more so, I have a right to stand on the boundaries and the business that I have at hand. You really got to know who you are, be okay, more than okay with who you are. in order to really be able to stand on your boundaries and stand on business. Because at the end, the right man will find you and respect that. Okay, how men try to kick it. A real man is going to respect the fact that you stood on your business. And at the end of the day, a man is going to respect and love the fact that ouch, she wouldn't compromise. She wouldn't budge. She was standing on it. I'd rather my husband have to tell our children. A couple times she kept dubbing me. I had to really get myself together before your mama really took me seriously. I'm absolutely okay with that. I'm absolutely okay with my husband telling my daughter, I'm gonna be honest with you, your mama didn't even check for me in the beginning. I really had to prove to your mother that I was something worth considering. That's what I want my husband to be telling my children. I respect if this is your testimony, beautiful, but I don't want my husband to be saying, your mama rescued me. I was nothing. And then my daughter got to come to me and she got to I got to explain to her why I'm telling her don't deal with certain men, but you dealing with, you know what I mean? Like, I just want to walk it out, be living proof, wanted to show, want my life to be execution of what standing on business and standing on your boundaries is. Stick to your standards, boo. Stick to your standards, boo. Because settling, I'm telling you, girl, it's not an option. For me, that is. And it shouldn't be one for you neither. I love doing sit downs like this with y'all, sitting down and just talking with y'all. I already feel better from this morning. If you're new here, if you like this video, thank you so much for watching it full on out. I really want to hopefully do more like this. I have different topics that I want to discuss, but if there's topics that you want to just hear me talk about, just comment. Just let me know. I'll be more than happy to just 5 little bullet points and we'll take it from there. I do love sitting down and just, giving off what I so often have to like tell myself, rehearse with myself. And then once I feel like I've grasped it, I like to share it with you all. So that's what this is. So if you liked it, if you enjoyed it, it is TheeRawestJo. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe to be tapped in with all my new and upcoming videos. And I see y'all soon. Bye.